Breathing Part 3. The strong take everything, the weak go to the wall. The poor are waiting. The man who can take will take everything. The poor hate that man. Why? Because they are waiting their turn. All the systems they invent, they all teach the same thing. The problem can only be solved in the mind of man. No law will ever make him do what he does not want to do. It is only if man wills to be good that he will be good. All the law and juries cannot make him good. The Almighty Man says, I do not care. The only solution is if we all want to be good. How can that be done? All knowledge is within the mind. Who saw knowledge in the stone or astronomy in the star? It is all in the human being. Let us realize that we are the infinite power who put a limit to the power of mind. Let us realize we are all in mind. Every drop has the whole of the ocean in it. That is the mind of man. The Indian mind reflects upon these powers and potentialities and wants to bring them all out. For himself, he doesn't care what happens. It will take a great length of time to reach perfection. If it takes 50,000 years, what of that? The very foundation of society, the formation of it, makes the defect. Perfection is only possible if the mind of man is changed, if he of his own sweet will changes his mind. And the great difficulty is neither can he force his own mind. You may not believe in all the claims of this Raj Yoga. It is absolutely necessary that every individual can become divine. That is only possible when every individual has absolute mastery over his own thoughts. The thoughts, the senses should be all my servants, not my masters. Then only it is possible that evils will vanish. Education is not filling the mind with a lot of facts. Perfecting the instrument and getting complete mastery of my own mind is the ideal of education. If I want to concentrate my mind upon a point, it goes there, and the moment I call, it is free again. That is the great difficulty. By great struggle, we get a certain power of concentration, the power of attachment of the mind of certain things. But then there is not the power of detachment. I would give half my life to take my mind off that object. I cannot. It is the power of concentration and attachment as well as the power of detachment that we must develop. If the man is equally powerful in both, that man has attained manhood. You cannot make him miserable even if the whole universe tumbles about his ears. What books can teach you that? You may read any amount of books, crowd into the child 50,000 words a moment, teach him all the theories and philosophies. There is only one science that will teach him facts, and that is psychology. And the work begins with control of the breath. Slowly and gradually, you get into the chambers of the mind and gradually get control of the mind. It is a long, hard struggle. It must not be taken up as something curious. When one wants to do something, he has a plan. Raj Yoga proposes no faith, no belief, no God. If you believe in 2000 gods, you can try that. Why not? But in Raj Yoga, it is impersonal principles. The greatest difficulty is what? We talk and theorize. The vast majority of mankind must deal with things that are concrete. For the dull people cannot see all the highest philosophy. Thus it ends. You may be graduates in all sciences in the world, but if you have not realized, you must become a baby and learn. If you give them things in the abstract and infinite, they get lost. Give them things to do a little at a time. Tell them you take in so many breaths, you do this. They go on, they understand it and find pleasure in it. These are the kindergartens of religion. That is why breathing exercises will be so beneficial. I beg you all not to be merely curious. Practice a few days, and if you do not find any benefit, then come and curse me. The whole universe is a mass of energy and it is present at very point. One grain is enough for all of us if we know how to get what there is. This having to do is the poison that is killing us. Duty is what pleases slaves, but I am free. What I do is my play. I am not a slave. I am having a little fun, that is all. The departed spirits, they are weak, are trying to get vitality from us. Spiritual vitality can be given from one mind to another. The man who gives is the guru. The man who receives is the disciple. That is the only spiritual that is the only way spiritual truth is brought into the mind. At death, all the senses go into the mind and the mind goes into prana, vitality. The soul goes out and carries part of the mind out with him. He carries a certain part of the vitality and he carries a certain amount of very fine material also as the germ of the spiritual body. The prana cannot exist without some sort of vehicle. It gets lodgment in the thoughts and it will come out again. So you manufacture this new body and new brain. Through that, it will manifest. Departed spirits cannot manufacture a body, and those that are very weak do not remember that they are dead. They try to get more enjoyment from their spirit life by getting into the bodies of others, and any person who opens his body to them runs a terrible risk. They seek his vitality. In this world, nothing is permanent except God. Salvation means knowing the truth. We do not become anything, we are what we are. Salvation comes by faith and not by work. It is a question of knowledge. You must know what you are, and it is done. The dream vanishes. This you and others are dreaming here. When they die, they go to the heaven of their dream. They live in that dream, and when it ends, they take a nice body here and they are good people. The wise man says, all these desires have vanished from me. This time I will not go through all this paraphernalia. He tries to get knowledge and struggles hard, and he sees what a dream, what a nightmare this is, this dreaming and working up heavens and worlds and worse. He laughs at it. According to Swami Vivekananda, his second visit to the West, this address was delivered on 29 March 1900 under the title The Science of Breathing.